And so two things were very impactful in my upbringing or my childhood that set the stage for me to pretty much end up with a life sentence in prison at the age of 16. And one of those things were, I was outside I grew up in the era, and I guess some of the teachers can reference this or understand this, where kids went outside all the time, like your parents sent you outside. They made you go outside and play. There wasn't no sitting around the house and all those type of things. And so when I went outside though, I grew up in the Anacostia area, as Tyson just showed y'all, on Good Hope Road, which is now Murrayberry Road. Yeah, now it's Murrayberry Road, and which my grandmother used to call No Hope Road, because when we looked out the window, all you seen was drugs, crime, dilapidated streets, and all those type of things. And so that's when I stepped out of my door, this is what I stepped into. And so I probably was about 5 years old. My mother told me this morning, so I know. And I was outside playing, and I ended up getting into a fight. And at this time, I wasn't a fighter or any of those things, and so I ran home and told my mother. And her words were specifically, you better get your A back out there and fight, and if you don't, I'm gonna beat your A. And if you can't beat him, you pick something up and you hit him upside the head with it. And so what that told me was, or what that told me at that young age was that she didn't, to her, she was telling me this because she was the only mother. She was a single parent, and she knew what I had to step out into and face every day. And she knew that I was gonna have to be able to defend myself to navigate the environment that I was growing up in. But it was bad in a sense because that put in me that now I can use weapons or I can deal with my anger or my conflicts by fighting. And then the other defining moment in my life was that I probably was about 9 years old, and we used to live across the street, over top of a liquor store. And I used to always lose my keys. And so my mother would take my keys and just keep them. So one day I'm coming home from school and I'm calling upstairs to her for her to drop the key down so I could get in my building. And I end up being in the middle of a gun battle. So two guys are actually like shooting right over top of me, and one guy's killed, and the other guy who does the killing is somebody who's uplifting in my community, is somebody that I should look up to, that's respected in my community, that's him in my community. And so to me, although I've always been intelligent and got good grades, education wasn't celebrated in my community. And so what that told me was that I needed to dump down the education part to fit in, and I needed to turn up the toughness, the violence, all those type of things. And that would lead me straight into a life of crime and being charged for murder as a 16-year-old